So today I kind of want to just talk about breaking generational curses, right? So this is really massive in this world today because I feel like so many people have so many different traumas and wrong beliefs about themselves, right? And it's based on the generational curses. So a quick explanation of a generational curse is like, let's say your great grandpa used to beat the crap out of your grandpa. So then your grandpa beat the crap out of your dad, and then your dad beat the crap out of you, right? It's that generational curse. It's something that's passed on. And you know, it's the same thing with like alcohol abuse or substance abuse or drug abuse or physical or mental abuse. But it goes even further than that because we kind of put it all in those big boxes, right? Of the major curses. But there's also lots of other generational curses, like being bad with money, right? Being too passive, being whatever. So I kind of want to really stress on the whole breaking generational curses because it's been a big pivotal point for my life. And I'm still working on it, and I'm still working on myself. And part of the reason I do these videos now is just because it's not because I have it all together. It's not because I have everything figured out. But I'm learning and I'm growing and I am figuring stuff out. So I just want to start sharing it with others so that others might have a breakthrough moment. So I think it's really important to clarify is I'm not a life coach. I don't have it all together, but I feel like that's the biggest way to grow is to do, learn, and teach. And I think that breaking generational curses is vital. And one of the generational curses, I would say, is bad talking. Bad talking that actually reprograms your subconscious and changes the way you think. I heard a quote, and this quote is going to be my life quote for the rest of my life. And it was, an adult's outer voice becomes a child's inner voice, right? So that I heard that and it just blew my mind. And, you know, I realized the way I was talked to and the way I was talked to made me the way I am today. Because my subconscious was being programmed and the programmer wasn't doing a good job at programming, right? So all of these things I was hearing all my life, my subconscious believed. And even if I didn't believe it in my head, it doesn't trump what your subconscious is going to feed you. So like for me, I've become very passive in life. Like it takes a lot to stir any big emotion from me, like anger, frustration. I'm just easygoing, and that's the way I was like always explained it. But I realized it was because I was pushed into passivity. So it actually limited my ability to step into my power as a father, as a husband, as a leader. It's really hard to lead a new generation of children and stuff when you're passive. So I just kind of give you a glimpse of what I've been focusing on fixing. And I've grown so much in the past couple months. Once I heard that quote, this is what I figured out. And this is the way you can start to break these generational curses. And I want to really focus in on the subconscious curse that was given to you as a child. Is write down things that you heard about yourself as a child. Write a list of them, right? And then study this list and start to think to yourself like, okay, like, oh, I heard this my entire childhood. So this is why I'm thinking this way. This is why I don't believe in myself. This is why I don't think I'm worthy of success, right? So then you're going to break it down. You're going to see all these things that were programmed in your subconscious, and you're going to start to reprogram it, right? I'm not a fan of, I'm not even going to say that. What I am going to say is you need to start reprogramming it. So let's say belief in yourself. You spent your entire adulthood not believing in yourself. Like in your head you did, but in your heart you're like, this isn't going to work, I'm not going to be able to do this, etc. You need to start reprogramming that subconscious by saying, I believe in myself, I can do this, I am strong, I am capable, I'm smart. And it sounds stupid, and especially to the men watching this, it's going to sound cheesy, but I don't care what it sounds like, because this is what is going to fix you. This is what's going to reprogram your freaking subconscious so that you could step out and break free from all these lies that you believe about yourself. So it's called affirmations. You could call it whatever you want, but the goal is to take that list that you wrote, find out where the bad programming is, and fix it. It's just like a computer programmer. Computer programmer, he's going to go through the whole list of the program. There's a bug somewhere, and it's just not freaking working. So what the programmer does is he goes through all the lines of code, and then he figures out, it's like, this one is causing a huge error in the whole program. So that's really what affirmations are. It's the reprogramming of your subconscious. It's a reprogramming of what controls you, which is your subconscious, right? So belief is one. I'll tell you another one I have is I never felt like I was smart. As a matter of fact, it got to a point where I triple guess myself on everything I do. Everything I do. And this made it hard to learn stuff. Like, I've tried to learn things, and it's just like, it doesn't stick in my head. And I actually became comfortable with it. I was like, you know what? I accept who I am. I struggle to learn new things, and I have to ask questions constantly. And that's okay, because it's just who I am. And I'm telling you, that's going to keep you that way for the rest of your life. So like at my job, which we do a lot of technical stuff, I started saying, is before I'd ask a question, when I'm learning something, I would just repeat in my head, I'm smart, I understand things. I don't need to question myself. I understand what's going on here. I'm going to get it. I'm not stupid. I'm smart. I learn easily. And this was going on in my head. And literally, I was able to understand something finally. Because it wasn't that I'm stupid. It was that I didn't believe I was smart enough to figure stuff out. You know? And so then, like, something else I always do is I ask questions and get help before figuring it out. Like if there's an issue. And that's one of the things I grew on, because something would happen, I'd be like, hey, so-and-so, like, this isn't working, I'm not sure what to do. I'd always rely on other people to come and save the day, basically. But in my head, it was like, I really don't know what to do, so I need to get help. I need to ask somebody, because this needs to get fixed. And I'm not capable, because I don't understand what's happening. So then I started reprogramming my subconscious again on, no, I can figure out hard things. I'm smart and I'm capable, and there's an issue, and I'm going to solve it. How can I fix this? How can I make this work? And once I start focusing in on how can I, all of a sudden the ideas started flowing. But when I was stuck on I can't, my brain shuts off instantly. So really, again, it's about reprogramming. I feel like most men out there don't realize the lies they believe that are holding them back. The restrictions on themselves given by programming as a child. And I really am making this video for you guys because it's helped me so much. I've been living my entire adult life, well, my whole life, believing in a ton of lies about myself, and it became one of the most freeing things realizing it. And I'm not saying it's easy, and you're going to have days when you fall back into the old programming, but man, we were built for so much more, and we are so restricted from what culture tells us a man should be to what our parents told us that we should be, and from what all the adults in our life told us who we are, what our worth is, what our capabilities are, and we just had it shot in our heads from a child, and it completely has taken over and made us incapable human beings. And I know I'm not the only one. I see it all around me. I know most men are like me, where we're just stuck. We seek comfort, and we don't do anything big, because who am I to do anything big in life? Who am I to be making this video right now? Like, what the heck, right? And I know that's gonna be a lot of responses from the people I know, like, oh, look at what Mark's doing, this is stupid. I don't care. Part of the freedom that I want to preach on is freedom from wrong beliefs on yourself, freedom from wrong beliefs of Christ, freedom from wrong beliefs on money, like freedom. We preach and we seek freedom as men. That is our go-to line, right? But do we really seek freedom, or do we just sit on our butts thinking freedom is made by some government body? Freedom is so much more, and we are in shackles, brothers. We are in shackles because we don't believe in ourselves, because our parents told us that we're not smart enough, we're lazy, we're not capable, we're unworthy, and we believed it and accepted it. It's like, oh, okay, that's who I am, and that's the way I'm going to spend my life. And I feel like this type of teaching is what's going to change a lot of people's lives. It's going to free people from bad programming we've all had. So I guess that this video started out as breaking generational curses, but kind of turned into something a little bit more. You know what? Let me tie it all together. That way I don't have to reshoot the first part of this video. I would say bad programming of the subconscious is a generational curse. And the reason being is because your parents who gave you that bad programming in your subconscious, they received bad programming from their parents, and then that your grandparents received it from your great-grandparents, and it just became a generational curse of speaking death into your children's lives. You know, speaking death into the next generation, and then that generation has to pass on that death to the next generation. So let's break free. I don't care if you think it's stupid or if you think it's wimpy. Write down your belief system about yourself. Write down the things you were told about yourself as a child. Try to unlock memories. Like, wow, yeah, my mom used to say XYZ to me all the time. Because I'm telling you, whether you want to believe it or not, what you were told as a child, or like over and over, it is playing a big part in your life. And you probably don't even realize it. You probably don't even realize what is happening. So I encourage you to do this little exercise and reprogram yourself and step into who you truly are. And who you truly are is not who you were told you were as a child. Anyways, guys, I hope this video was valuable. I hope that I was able to speak to even one person out there who needs help, who's stuck in life, feeling stagnant. Anyways, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps me out. And stay tuned for the next video, guys. Appreciate you. Bye.